The greatest error a person can make is to reside in the fear of committing it. One of the core tenets of Stoicism involves the practice of living in the present moment, as life is meant for action, not for regret or anxiety. Embracing the present leaves no space for anything beyond the current instant. A person who is engrossed in advancing and engaging with their thoughts in the present will always maintain a calm and steady demeanor. Conversely, someone who surrenders to worrying will perpetually be ensnared by it. As Seneca stated, unnecessary suffering is more burdensome than necessary suffering. To endure suffering before it's necessary entails suffering twice. First before the problem arises and then again when it actually materializes. This is because you're enduring the distress of a problem that might never even come to pass. By suffering needlessly, you flood your mind with pessimistic thoughts, hampering its performance. Living with tranquility involves accepting the unchangeable past and embracing the present, which has the power to shape the future from its very inception. Stoicism offers invaluable guidance to lead a serene life free from negative concerns. If you're perturbed by an external event, it's not the event itself that troubles you, but rather the judgment you pass on it. Altering this judgment rests solely within your control, as Marcus Aurelius articulated. Constantly fretting about events from morning till night in an inevitable manner will bring forth external circumstances and unforeseen life situations. Life, unlike a scripted movie, doesn't adhere to a predetermined narrative. Rather, it unfolds through a series of external occurrences that are beyond your direct influence. Since the majority of events are independent of your actions, it's important to recognize that your distress is essentially a construct of your mind. Worrying about matters beyond your control is counterproductive and diminishes your overall well-being. The decision to be concerned directly stems from your actions, and often such concern neither evolves into a problem nor becomes a source of torment. It ultimately rests upon you to make the choice of whether to engage in worry or not. Stoicism imparts the lesson that worry originates from our emotional responses. Thus, cultivating self-control becomes vital in warding off unnecessary worries. Managing our emotions and thoughts is a skill we must acquire. Being human entails experiencing emotions like anger, joy, or sadness, which are inherent to our nature. However, your responsibility as an individual lies in governing these emotions and determining that they do not disrupt your equilibrium. An increasingly prevalent form of concern leads to depression and anxiety, often fueled by our apprehension regarding hypothetical issues. Overindulging in worry over uncertain and possibly unreal matters inundates the mind, propelling it toward anxiety. The more attention is fixated on grappling with that which torments, the more worrisome it becomes. Confronting your uncertainties promptly is advisable, as your active presence is needed in the present. All else amounts to distractions. As mentioned earlier, suffering is an inevitable facet of existence. Worry, on the other hand, serves no useful purpose. It's a mental activity that lacks utility. As Epictetus noted, almost 90% of our activities possess a purpose, but worry remains an exception. It exists not in the material realm but within our minds, rendering it perpetually futile and squandering our valuable time. The cause of human suffering lies in reality, not imagination. This is where your worries will dissipate. The essence of all your worries is encapsulated in the nature of reality itself. Events external to your being, if they lead to suffering, will naturally bring suffering. So, why then invest attention in the inescapable? This only serves to exacerbate suffering beyond the inherent concern itself. Moments of value won't be replicated. Each day is a unique occurrence. As Marcus Aurelius mentioned, allow this understanding to shape your actions, words, and thoughts. This approach truly honors the concept of life's finiteness. By acknowledging that everyone will eventually face mortality, the preoccupation with trivial matters diminishes. A significant portion of your worries stem from excessive contemplation driven by falsehoods. Consequently, the majority of these concerns lack genuine threat. Always remember that you possess the complete authority to prevent their dominance. In his work, Meditations, Marcus Aurelius, an emperor and philosopher, imparts profound principles for liberating the mind from worry and cultivating a tranquil existence. Drawing from historical philosophy, he provides guidance on handling concerns with thoughtfulness and wisdom. Here are 3 key principles derived from his reflections that aid in overcoming mental worry. Acceptance of life's nature. Marcus Aurelius underscores that life is replete with challenges, uncertainties, and inevitable changes. Acknowledging this reality becomes paramount in averting unnecessary worries. He encourages us to embrace the fact that many things lie beyond our control, and the diversity of experiences is an intrinsic facet of human existence. By internalizing this truth, we can channel our efforts toward matters within our sphere of influence. Reacting and responding to events involve accepting their fleeting and often unpredictable nature, which aids in confronting situations with greater emotional balance, thereby minimizing mental agitation. Separation of control. Marcus Aurelius underscores the importance of distinguishing between factors within our direct control and those beyond it. He highlights that many worries arise when we confuse these 2 realms. What falls under our control encompasses our will, attitudes, and reactions, while numerous aspects of life lie beyond our influence, such as the actions of others or natural occurrences. By focusing our efforts on what we can impact and humbly accepting what we can't, we can avoid unnecessary troubles. Emotional detachment. Stoicism advises against becoming slaves to our emotions and instead advocates for cultivating the capacity to observe them with detachment. Marcus Aurelius encourages us to analyze our emotions impartially, realizing that they don't define our complete identity. Recognizing that we extend beyond momentary feelings empowers us to choose how we respond to them. Practicing emotional detachment doesn't involve suppressing emotions but rather not allowing them to dictate our actions and thoughts in a detrimental manner. This approach helps reduce concern stemming from intense emotions and enables a more rational stance in the face of challenges. I trust this video has assisted you in discovering tranquility amidst the tumultuous thoughts of worries. Here, I offer 2 additional videos brimming with historical wisdom. Until we meet again, take care. The theme addressed, which focuses on the lessons of Stoicism to face worries and cultivate a more serene life, is of great relevance in our contemporary society. We live in a world filled with uncertainty and challenges, and the ability to deal with concerns in a healthy and effective way becomes increasingly crucial. Stoic philosophy, as presented in the Reflections of Marcus Aurelius, offers a set of practical principles that can be applied in our daily lives. The emphasis on accepting the transient and unpredictable nature of life resonates particularly well in a world where we often find ourselves struggling with inevitable changes and challenges. The notion of separating what is under our control from what is not is also extremely useful, as it helps us to direct our efforts to what we can really influence, instead of wasting energy on fruitless worries. The idea of emotionally detaching rather than suppressing emotions is a remarkable concept. The practice of observing our emotions impartially and understanding that we are not defined by them allows for a more conscious and balanced approach in the face of adversity. This kind of approach can help us avoid impulsive reactions and make more thoughtful decisions. In today's climate, where anxiety and stress are increasingly prevalent, the lessons of Stoicism offer a valuable antidote. They invite us to adopt a more resilient mindset, face challenges calmly, and cultivate the ability to live fully in the present moment. In summary, the reflections presented on Stoicism and its application to deal with worries and uncertainties are extremely pertinent and can serve as a compass for a more peaceful and meaningful life. Integrating these principles into the way we think and act can significantly contribute to our mental health and general well-being.